Well, welcome everyone, and happy Earth Day. This is really Earth Week for us here at the city. Yesterday, you may have seen, but we received a $25,000 check for sustainable parks maintenance practices from Giant Foods and Stonyfield Organic. And today, we are inaugurating the first two electric vehicles for the new city fleet. And you can see one of them right here behind me, this beautiful white Ford Escape, and there is the other one. We are really excited about this, and we're also letting people know and giving great thanks to PADEP's Driving Forward program, which was the grant program which has allowed us to put in these new electric vehicle charging stations right here in the garage on City Island. Now this comes on the heels of a similar grant about a year ago, which allowed us to put in new charging stations for the public on 3rd Street. But while these are accessible to the public, what really excites us is they are usable now for the conversion of our city fleet. And we are looking forward to converting our city fleet over the years to come, and especially allowing our local departments to convert over to electric vehicles. These first two cars are going to the city's 2 sanitation enforcement officers. So when you see these on the streets, they're going to be out patrolling for illegal dumping, working with communities in neighborhood cleanups, etc. And since the mileage radius of Harrisburg isn't that long, it's a perfect use for an electric vehicle. We're eventually going to convert our codes department, our building and housing department, and we've got big plans. So it's exciting. If you're a member of the public, you should know that these chargers here on City Island are available for public use during the workday, Monday through Thursday, and then all day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's really easy to come over here on City Island and charge your vehicle. The charging stations, which we'll show you in just a minute, they work by a credit card app, very simple to use and do at a very reasonable rate. I also want to give thanks to 2 of our local companies that have been here from the very beginning. I want to thank both Faulkner Nissan, which is here and has provided us some examples of the exciting Nissan Leaf, which is a wonderful electric vehicle, and Turner Chevrolet, which has brought the Bolt here, which you guys can look at. These cars are hot selling. They are a big deal, and we're starting to see much more use among people that work and live, especially here in central Pennsylvania. So a while ago, as you may know, the city switched its power consumption entirely to renewable energy. We're really excited about that, and that was done under the watch of our sustainability director, Mr. Christopher Nath. And I'd like him to say a few words about what this means for the environment and why this is important, especially on Earth Day. Chris?
Okay, sure. So right now the city of Harrisburg is working with Harrisburg University and the Department of Environmental Protection to create a climate action plan to try to reduce the total greenhouse gas emissions of the city. That process has actually been underway for quite a while. The city engineer started a program a long time ago to convert over all of the city streetlights to LEDs. That alone reduced the total municipal power use for electricity by 39%. Just to give you an idea of what that means, it's about 3,900,000 kilowatt hours per year that we're not using anymore, and a reduction of about 3,021 tons of carbon as a result of that process. Also, as the mayor had mentioned, we recently converted over all city power to renewable sources, specifically wind at the moment. And that in itself also reduced carbon emissions in the city by about 3,775 tons. These are the kinds of programs that we're looking at continuing and expanding going forward as a part of the Climate Action Plan. And converting over the city's light fleet vehicles is certainly part of that process. Now that we have municipal power coming from renewable energy, our vehicles will also be running on renewable power. And as I mentioned, we will be continuing to work with Harrisburg University and DEP to create that climate action plan, and that's going to be presented to the public at some point over the coming, probably next 6 months.
Yep, and I'll just say Chris has done a wonderful job with that climate action plan. We're committed to this as a city. He's doing great work as the sustainability director But another person, an unsung hero, is our fleet manager, Mr. Nick Fisher, and he can talk a little bit more about the specifics of the vehicles you're seeing behind us.
Thank you, sir. These are two brand new 2020 Ford Escape plug-in hybrids, and they're going to be replacing 12-year-old vehicles that we've had in the fleet for a while that have been working, but we're looking at a new future with the city. With these vehicles, we are looking at, with just them, saving 220 gallons of gasoline by using a plug-in hybrid versus a regular Escape. And that would give us around a $460 savings per vehicle. But when you look at the vehicles that we replaced, being a 12-year-old low mile per gallon vehicle, we're actually estimated to save about $1,300 with each vehicle based off of driving around 9,000 miles a year. Now with a plug-in hybrid, we're gonna have to plug it in every night versus a full EV that would allow us to charge it about once a week, twice a week. But we're also gonna be able to respond in all weather scenarios with vehicles like this. And I think it's gonna be a great addition and a great phase one to an electronic vehicle project. We're gonna be proposing a plan to the mayor about how to transition over the light duty fleet, as Chris was saying, and we're looking over the next 5 years gain upwards of 40 vehicles onto an electric platform.
Thanks. And one of the things that we've done since I took office is have a real fleet management program. We have turned over almost all the vehicles in the fleet, and we have a regular rotation. And Nick manages that, and is going to allow us to now have sustainable vehicles, and we're really excited about that next chapter. Those stats you gave, I think, were yearly savings, right?
Yes.
Which is important, and so it all adds up. By the time we get to several dozen, maybe as many as 40 electric vehicles in the city's fleet, it'll be real savings for the taxpayers, and we're excited to launch it and inaugurate it today. All right, it's time for the demo. Now, if you haven't seen this before, I'm going to let Chris Naif, our sustainability coordinator, walk you through the process of charging a vehicle.
Oh,
Okay.
So they're charge point chargers. If you don't already have a charge point swipe card, you don't already have an account with them, you can download the smartphone app on your phone. It's pretty simple. It just asks you for your name and basically credit card information to charge for it. And then
one of the nice things about the ChargePoint app, right, is that it will provide you with a GPS map of where all the possible stations in Pennsylvania and beyond are for charging your vehicle. And you'll see a little dot right here on City Island where these charging stations are.
yeah, so when you see those dots, as you mentioned on the map, then it allows you to select which chargers you're going to use. They're marked right on the charger as to which one it is. This one is number 4. The first one is on the other side of the electrical cabinet here, and then the other 3 are here. So then you simply select the one that you want and click start charging. It will release the plug, and then you pull it, plug it in, and you start charging. Currently, they're set up to run at 72 cents an hour for charging. So over the course of, say, 4 hours, it would only cost about $3. 8 hours, 6 to potentially charge your vehicle from all the way drained all the way back to fully charged.
That sounds like a great deal, Chris. How come people are able to get 72 cents an hour?
Well, we're not trying to necessarily make money doing this. We're just trying to essentially ensure that we're breaking even and providing a service to people who live in the city.
Yep. And it just clicks in, right?
Yep.
It's just a simple, you tell me. You pull it out, looks a bit like a plug. It's got this little clamp here that goes up and down, and boom. Now, how long does it take to fully charge a vehicle like this?
Well, my understanding for a level 2 charging like this, approximately 8 hours.
Okay. Very good. And we have 8 charging stations here. You see 6 of them. The other 2 are on that side. And again, this is the Drive PA Forward Grant, sponsored by the Department of Environmental Protection. And it's the second time they've awarded a grant to the city. First time here for City Island, but we also have the charging stations on Harrisburg.
Yes.
So count down, and yes, you are going to count. Here we go, down from 5.